My name is Lavinia Jackson, and I'm honored to be a part of the Minority Women's Veterans Healthfair. I had to remember all the letters. And just to celebrate who we are as service members, past and present, and to focus on health. Often we don't think of art as a part of our health. I can't see living without it. I am a veteran of the United States Coast Guard. I enlisted after I had gone to college. I refused to be a commissioned officer. I wanted to know what it was really like to be in the Coast Guard and have the option, if I wanted, to then lead as an officer. I believe that leaders needed real experience to be a Mustanger, as my Marine Corps friends would call it. Going into the Coast Guard was probably the hardest decision that I made, because I left my 2-year-old, I left my hometown, I was divorced, and I went on a wing, a prayer, and an American dream. I have been writing since I was 6, 7, 8 years old. I still have some old poems that I used to write to my grandmother. I was published early. I've been speaking since I was 4. I've been on stages. I've been in magazines, etc., etc., etc. Those things don't pale, but those things didn't make me healthy. While I was in the Coast Guard, stationed in Boston, my first official duty station, I was raped. So I have post-traumatic stress disorder due to an MST, military sexual trauma. Those flashbacks, those things, truly affected my health, that whole situation. As a minority, quote unquote, well, in the service, and especially as a female, there is this oxymoronic understanding that you have to be more than and then not enough of. It's painful. So I tried. I tried to be the best single parent. I tried to be the best black officer enlisted in the smallest service, and for me, the whitest service, and it just hurt. I needed a way out. That's when I would sit on duty in the gym and I wrote a million, facetiously, poems. I wasn't paying attention to my shipmates working out. I was online submitting poems. The pain of an MST, the scarlet letter of not being just your shipmate, that you were definitely different, that no one, the people you thought were there for you did not come to your rescue, that you were still a girl, that you deserved it. All of that would come out in my poetry. See, art helped keep me stable, and I always had poetry all around me. It didn't matter whether I was living in the barracks, if I was living on base or off base. I always wrote. So last year, when I had a publisher approach me about creating a book, I was like, really? Now, my mother was an art teacher, and she was dying from effects of multiple sclerosis. So my book helped keep me focused as I, her only child, was ladled with this burden of losing my mother. Art keeps me healthy. It keeps me sane. It keeps me balanced. I use poetry as more than an outlet now. I've met many veterans, male and female, who need to find a place of expression, who need to be able to say, my voice matters, my voice counts, especially as people of color. We have a very different experience of enlistment, positive or negative, officer or enlisted. And often that's dismissed. And we don't have a place to say, it's okay. You're okay to feel this way. So I've worked with veterans to write. I don't really care what they write. I don't care what you write, because those words are you and yours. That's not my mission. My goal or my mission is to help every woman, every person find their own voice. I spent years forgetting, hiding behind words that were too big or just seemed like they didn't describe me, because I enjoyed language, and I still do. My best poems and my best pieces are the ones that are simple and easiest to understand. The ones that come from the heart, the ones that come from the gut, the ones that shred apart the fallacies and make you cry or make you laugh and dance. That's what healing is. Poetry in Plain Sight is my first collection, and it's also working to help people understand that poetry is everywhere. You are poetry, I am poetry, the world is poetry. There is nothing that isn't poetry. So, when you think about your health, you are blood, I am blood. You have served, I have served. We all have that in common. We must take care of the whole body. When I have panic attacks or bouts of PTSD, whatever, the thing that helps is a pen and paper, or a post on Facebook, because I like to type. Whatever it is you need to be able to make it through the day, validate your service, be your own hero, those are the things that you need to do for you. Especially as a woman of color. We often get told that we are not enough. And Poetry in Plain Sight, myself as a poet, is here to tell you that you are enough and then some. Shine on, be the best you can be, take care of you first. If you choose poetry, great. If you choose paint, great. If you choose carpentry, great. If you choose makeup, great. Do whatever it is you need to do to stay healthy. My name is Lavinia Jackson. Thank you for listening. My book is available at www.lavishlife88.com.